officially game week 4 after the long international break. So guys, I know I've stayed away from the channel, but like I always say, when the international break comes around, use that as a detox to stay away from FPL. Keep your mind clear on a Thursday and a Friday and a Saturday morning for once. So anyway guys, I've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed staying away from FPL, the whole thought process. But while staying away, the mind was still on FPL because you had to keep up with the injury news, which I'm going to be sharing on certain players that have had injury news in this video and injury updates in this video. And I'll be talking about my team review from game week 3 and obviously team plans from game week 4 going forward. It's a good game week, like you all know, to play a cheap strategy, either free hit or wildcard. But I'm going to tell you the idea behind playing that. For me personally, when I'm playing a wildcard, I'm looking to play the bench boost the following game week. So it's a very important chip for me, the wildcard. But I'm a little bit more flexible with the free hit chip. So that could go down in any game week. Could be game week 4, could be game week 6, could be game week 13. Set up for a wildcard in game week 12, 13, thereabouts. Also game week 6, I fancy it. Also this game week, I do fancy a free hit, but the only downside to that is the fact that with a lot of players coming from international break, there could be rotation in teams, and I do not want to be caught up in that. For example, if I want to go for a player like Mo Salah and he happens to play maybe just 65, 75 minutes for Liverpool or 80 minutes thereabout, that's quite risky. And if you want to go for a player like Isak and he comes on as only a sub for 20-15 minutes, of course he's not match fit, and Anna Slaughters let us know he wouldn't be starting all the games and playing 90 minutes, so that's a little bit of warning shots for us. So anyway guys, we'll move it forward. I don't want to take long with you in the video because it could easily be a long video. There's so much to talk about this game week. So before I move forward, I'll then now talk about the injury news. Then I'll go on to talk about my team review for game week 3, chip plans, wildcard, chip strategy, team strategy, and of course my final team decision for the game week 4, which I'm still not sure yet what my move could be or would be. So guys, to injury news now. Last game week, Jorginho Ruta suffered a little knock, and so I was lucky to keep him on the bench. He came back and played a few minutes for Brighton in the last game, so that means it wasn't that much of a serious injury. So if you have Ruta, if you have Jorginho, I'll say hold on to him. He's fit, he could play, he could start, or he could come on as a sub again. So, but he is a decent hold for now. Another player to watch out for, I think is completely out, is Yohan Wissa, the Newcastle new signing. So he suffered this hamstring, I think, for his country, DRC Congo, in the game against Senegal. They were leading 2-0 and they lost that game by 3-2. Somehow Wissa got injured in that game. Another player to talk about that got injured in the international duty was Ola Aina. He got injured for Nigeria in the game against South Africa, I think, suffered an hamstring injury, easily out for the next 3 months. So I know a lot of people do own Ola Aina. In Nottingham Forest, we all had a few players from there, not me though, but people went for Murillo, Nico Williams, Ola Aina, obviously, and he's currently marked as injured. So guys, you want to stay clear of Ola Aina at the moment. Another player to watch out for that's injured would be Cole Palmer, but right now guys, it's a bit tricky one this because he suffered a hamstring injury, but he's able to move around. He was even seen at the Notting Hill Carnival. So guys, that means Cole Palmer is not all that an injury doubt. He could be back this game week 4. He's had a solid over 10 days to rest through this international break. So I figure if you have Cole Palmer till this moment, is a good differential player to own. You should hold on to him because indeed a lot of us have gotten rid of Cole Palmer from our teams already. Mohamed Salah. Only reason Salah is in your faces right now is because he's kind of minutes risk coming from the international break. Obviously, it's Burnley. If Liverpool can wrap up the game under 45, 50, 60 minutes, I tell you and I promise you, Salah will be off the pitch. And for a player like Isak, who just joined Liverpool, he could easily be a part of the starting lineup, but not really starting 11. I mean, coming off the bench. So I think this game week, if you want to risk having Isak in your team, it's all right. He's going to deliver some points, maybe a point or two. And if he gets a goal, go you. because that's really possible. If I was playing a wildcard chip this game week 3, I would want to have Isak in my team. If not, I would want to keep Ekitike for the game week if that's a free hit for me. So guys, current rank is 4 million. Not the game week rank, overall rank 4 million. So we're 3.2 million with the red arrow with the second captaincy blank in the season. Went back to 4 million, but I'll say I'm not doing too poorly because guys, I've seen a lot of content creators on YouTube. The rankings are poor, 6 million, 7 million, 5 million. So it's that kind of season where we all started slowly to the season, and guy, is a very unpredictable season. Players getting injured before the kickoff of the match, which we didn't expect. So, but one other thing I will mention that we are spoiled for options this season. For example, Spurs have players like Xavi Simons, Kudus, Brennan Johnson, and then in up front they're giving you Solanke, Kolomwani. That's just one team to watch out for, you know. So we are having so many players, so many options to look out for right now. So this is where your scouting abilities as a manager comes to play, in my opinion. So last game week, 46 points, a blank from my defense. Pedro Porro obviously managing to get that defensive contribution, 12 tackles, blocks, whatever he done, but he got that extra 2 points. Disappointed in Ruben Diaz. So far this season, I don't think I've gotten a clean sheet from him. So not yet, not yet, not no clean sheet for Man City and Ruben Diaz. Okay, first game week they did give me a clean sheet, so yeah, I'm happy about that because obviously I know what I was doing when I went for most of these players in my team. I wanted them to deliver points, and I'm confident of their game week fixtures. That's why we went that way. So anyway, guys, last game week I took out Palmer, brought in Cunha. He only played 30 minutes, quite disappointing. Delivered a solid 1 point, which is heartbreaking. I took out Jared Bowen, who actually decides to score last game week. Took him out and brought in Chris Wood, Captain Chris Wood. He delivered a solid, probably 1 point as captain. It became 2 points. The most disappointing. Okay, 2 points became 4 points as captain. The most disappointing in a while that I've had. Fine, Watkins blanked, but we can all tell that Watkins and Villa are struggling. But it's not the same for Forest as at game week 3. They weren't struggling, so why the blank? But anyway, we're not going to dwell on that. Another blank from Oli Watkins, my non-scoring striker. I'm hoping he changes that from game week 4. He's still a decent hold if you fancy him in your team. João Pedro, I'll talk about his minutes. It could be minutes risk because he's had all that long travel from Brazil back to England. So I would say high chance João Pedro could be having less minutes or come on as a substitute, because Chelsea are really spoiled for options if they really want to, you know, play their cards right, in my opinion. But yeah, playing the right card also means starting with João Pedro. But I think any sane manager will want to rest this guy at some point, not give him the full 90. So guys, watch out for that. And now moving forward to my team for the game week 4, and this is where I'm going to talk about my chip plan and also team strategy. So I'll be sharing a free hit team and a wildcard team, pretty much look alike, but I'll tell you guys the reason behind why I am favoring each of the teams and why we have certain players in these teams instead. Welcome back, guys, and thanks for staying to this point in the video. If you're still watching, kindly give it a like. You want to tap on your screen and give this video a like. If you're not subscribed, you want to give us a follow, subscribe to the channel. We keep it coming till the end of the season with FPL updates, plans, and other game week transfers. So guys, I don't know how possible it is to finish in the top 50k or top 10k this season like we did last time around, but we're gonna give it a shot. And those of you that just joining the channel, we do have a mini league. You can add the mini league code that's there in your screen. I'm happy to have you in the mini league. Let's challenge each other. I've got really decent manager. I think the #1 manager in my mini league right now is Daniel Musaka, I think, and he's got a really decent team. He's currently ranked 157k in the world. So Daniel Marshall, he used to be Daniel Musaka. His team name was quite funny. So Super Mendy, indeed, he has a decent team. He scored 50 points last game week. His rank is about 157k right now, so really decent, and his team did very well. in last game week, in my opinion. 50 points, that's above the red arrow, so he's on the green arrow there. Yeah, he lost Dewsbury Hall's point, he lost Sanchez point, but that's what happened when you have a very good team. So shout out to the number one manager in my mini league. So guys, back to my team now. I'm yet to use a cheap strategy, and that could happen this game week, depending how pressed I feel it is within now and the next few hours. Obviously, deadline is Saturday 11 o'clock. So guys, if you look at my team, I've got Sales in goal. He's got Arsenal away. I have Ruben Diaz. He's got Man United at home against Man City against Man United at home. So I think that's a good fixture. Easily could get a clean sheet if they really want it. And then there's Pedro Porro, Diouf. I'm not too sure about having Diouf in this team, but for now, if I'm gonna roll over and start with a squad, this is the team that I will be starting with. So guys, I know it doesn't look the best team on paper. They all pretty much facing each other. For example, if Cunha was fit, I have Cunha playing Ruben Diaz. I have Diouf playing Pedro Porro. I have Konza playing in Ndiaye. And right now, guys, I'm just noticing while doing this video that Ndiaye has got a knock. This is not the news I want right now. There's already a lot of headaches to deal with, and if you notice, guys, a lot of managers are brought in Ndiaye as well, so not the best time for them to get that news. So Ndiaye is also flagged. Cunha is flagged. Actually, red flag right now. Hamstring injury, unknown return date. I think what I will do is I'll probably hit the free hit this week, guys. While doing this video, I am a little bit more convinced how my game week should go and my cheap strategy plan should work. I might just be hitting the free hits, and I'll be showing you lot my free hit team. I mean, if there is an injury doubt, Chris Wood is also an injury doubt because he got injured in the game for New Zealand against Australia. So in my opinion now, I've got Wood, Jorginho, Ndiaye, Cunha as minutes risk players and injury doubts. So guys, not the best way to start the game week 4 with such headaches, and this is why I say watch out for the players you want to start in your team because of the rotation and of course the benching situation with these guys that just came back from the international duty. So guys, this is my plan for a wildcard team. So it obviously says it scores 56.9 points. So that's quite high. So I'll say 57 points projected from this team. Could be better, but it's decent because I like the features of these guys from the forward game week ahead from the game week ahead. So guys, is Sanchez in goal, Chelsea goalkeeper against Brentford away. Is Sunderland Munoz. So Munoz is playing Sunderland at home. Is Anderson playing Leeds United at home. Livramento playing Wolverhampton at home. Ndiaye against Villa away. Is Reinders against Man United at home. Salah against Burnley. Doesn't come better than that. Semenyo, he's got Brighton. Watch out for Semenyo as well. He would play, but he could be getting rested, an early rest this time. And then I've gone for Mateta. I do like Mateta's fixture. Sunderland, West Ham next. So decent before the Liverpool game and the Everton game. They look like a very compact and solid team. So no reason to have doubts when you're going for the Crystal Palace player. I know they've lost Eze. They've also lost Sa. That makes Mateta less attractive. But guys, I think it's still a decent hold in our FPL team. And then Joao Pedro, fingers crossed he gets good playing time. I still like the Chelsea fixtures. They look actually fixture proof, kind of like the Arsenal team. But I'm not invested in any Arsenal player, which is not really advisable. I think we should have some Arsenal player, probably one or two Arsenal players in our teams, at least one. And then there is Isak. I know a lot of people are like, why having Isak? His minutes is not secured and all that. So I know Isak could come on as a sub in game week 4 and 5, but pretty much soon he becomes a bigger part of the Liverpool team. And then the fixture run is really decent for Liverpool in the next 3 to 4, 5 game weeks. I mean, even Chelsea looks is tabled red, but Liverpool can handle that. And if you go for Liverpool attacks, it's a good game week to also own them. So I'd say I want to have an Isak in my team if I'm on a white card. So I think you lot should think this way as well. Yes, you might have him not get points for the next 2 game weeks, but in the long run, it's to your own benefit because people who come to get him later on, that would attract a price rise. obviously you already have him in your team. And then on the bench is Pickford. I still like Everton because they've started to show why they are Everton again with the defensive contribution, keeping clean sheets when you don't expect them. I like Dewsbury Hall as a fifth choice midfielder. Could be Rangers, but I do like Rangers is in the team already, so it could be someone else, maybe an Enzo from Chelsea, who I do fancy a lot. But I'm going with Dewsbury Hall. His minutes is very, very solid, nailed on in that Everton team. So guys, Richards from Crystal Palace. Easily, I was gonna do a double Liverpool Crystal Palace against I was doing a double Crystal Palace against Sunderland, but I felt like not to go that way and take that risk because Livramento has also got a good fixture for Newcastle against Wolverhampton. So guys, is one way to also think about this cheap strategy. So that's my free hit plan. I would load up my that's my white card plan. I will load up my free hit draft now. So guys, this is my free hit draft. Is projected to score also 56.2 points. So in my opinion, I would take that down. When it's below 5, I'll say 56 points, while the other one was 56.9. So I'll take that up 57 points. So that means the teams are very close to each other, no much difference. So guys, if you're looking at this team already, you can see my Liverpool choice striker is a Kitike. Reason being is a free hit. I want you to maximize your free hit. So I've gone for Ekitike in attack against Burnley, João Pedro, Mateta against Sunderland. I feel that three strikers should be able to deliver this game week. Also in the midfield, I'm keeping Ndiaye. But now, guys, with the news of Ndiaye's injury, I already mentioned a player I fancy. I do fancy Enzo Fernandez. It could be Kudus, depending your team budget. Obviously, there's 1.2 million in my bank right now, so I could easily get a Kudus in if I wanted him. And then there is Salah, obviously with the armband. Lucas Paqueta, guys. The reason Paqueta is in this team is obviously I mentioned earlier, West Ham can be unpredictable. They might be looking to change their season for the better. But Paqueta is on penalties ahead of Jared Bowen. That really surprised me in the last game when he took the penalties, and so I feel that makes him a more attracting FPL asset. So guys, do not sleep on owning Paqueta. And then there is Semenyo, the other obvious midfield choice to go with this season. He's had a good start to the season, a couple of returns already. In defense, is Munoz, Richards, the double Palace on the free hit. So like I mentioned, I could do that on the wild card, but I chose not to on the wild card. But if I'm playing a free hit, I will be going all out, all in for it, so to say. So double Palace, Richards, Munoz, Pedro Porro against West Ham. Could be Livramento instead, or could be Senesi for Brighton. So let's say I put in Senesi. Not the best one. I think I'd rather do Livramento because Newcastle look like they can do some of these things they've done already earlier in the season by keeping clean sheets against these guys. So yeah, this is the free hit team, and like I already showed you, the wild card team for the game week, guys. Let me know what you think about my draft teams, how decent they look, because guys, I might just be going this way at the end of the day because my real team, which is this, is not looking good for the game week, guys. It's not looking good. I could risk it. Watkins could come through. Chris Wood could come through. João Pedro could come through. Salah could come through, but I'm not all that confident in the defense. Ruben Diaz, Pedro Porro, Diouf, Konza. I don't know where the clean sheet is going to come from, guys. I'll be honest with you. I do not know where the clean sheet is going to come from. And then in the midfield, decent, decent. But now with the flag on Ndiaye as well as Cunha, this is pushing me more on a free hit, guys. Pushing me more towards a free hit. But anyway, if you want to see my final team decision, you want to hang around, I would be doing a live stream on TikTok around 9 a.m. Saturday or 9:30 a.m. Saturday morning. So guys, you want to join me tomorrow morning, Saturday. Actually, I'm recording on a Friday, so yeah, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. on TikTok. I'll be live streaming. Make sure you click the follow. So it's going to be is the Redman FPL focus. So look for the Redman on TikTok and you can find me there on the live stream. So guys, this is my team plan ahead of game week 4. Let me know what you think about the squad. If you're new around here, kindly give us a like, tap on the follow button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you are a follower here. Thank you for keeping it locked with me. I know it's a bit long video, but thank you if you watched to the end. Have a very lovely game week, and I wish you all to stay on the side of the green arrow. Cheers, guys. Take care.